Hello everyone, this is Cipher Dec, and today we're going to be playing It's a Wipe. Now, this is kind of a different game compared to everything else that I've ever played, as it really represents a lot of the way people are in a guild and how they are emotionally tied to the game. Also, how people AFK during raids and can end up getting other people killed. It's kind of a interesting way to play a game because it is a single player game, but you are also the guild leader, so you're trying to make sure that everyone is fine, I guess. So let's go ahead and start a new game. You need to choose your name. I'm going to go ahead and choose. This is your actual person's name, not your character's name. So I'm going to name Cipher Dec. And then we're going to go ahead and choose a warrior. I don't know, what should I be? I could be a wizard. But then I'd be very biased and take loot from mages. I think I'll be a warrior. This way I can be the main tank and get all the nice loots and not have anyone to compete with. Now later on I will, because of the fact that I have to compete with a off tank. But what I plan to do, have I said plan to do several times? Anyway, what I want to do is augur, is make sure that I rotate out guild members. This way, everyone is having a chance to raid, but also warriors. My off tank will be able to get gear as well. So my off tank will actually lead a raid, and I'll be the DPS for a raid, and then we'll switch it up, and then I will, and so on. Because I'm not gonna have any. I'm not gonna feel bad if the other guy gets loot, because that's the reason he's the main tank, is so that he can be getting the loot. So this is going to be our guild name, and I'm going to name it Mithril. I think that's how it's said, or announced. So then you can raid daily or weekly. We are going to be a hardcore raid guild, but that's why we're going to also have other versions of classes. So the point of the game is to really get everyone geared to take on harder raids, and then also it's kind of like difficulty. I'm going to go ahead and do PvE, and then do you want to play a tutorial? No. Now I want to go ahead and go into options, because there is a way to speed up the gameplay, and this is something that I really want to do, because it takes so much time to go through the different rotations. So you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. But let's go ahead, and now we have to choose our guildies. We have to recruit, and there's a lot of things you can do as far as that goes. I'm not going to choose a warrior right now, but most likely I'll go with Carlanus, because he is a herbalist. What you'll see during raids is that the herbalists and alchemists will be handing out potions as people need them. I believe herbalist does healing potions, while alchemy does mana potions. But we are going to go ahead and go on to the wizard, which we're going to get as a herbalist. We're only going to get one wizard right now, as I don't want to make anyone mad, but he will be the second wizard that we end up getting. Then we have our rogue, which we want as a herbalist. And we want to make sure that when we get into These that we definitely have alchemists, so they will be our one of our druids. What I like to do to make sure that we survive raids is I'm gonna Tinkerbell. Okay, is I have 4 healers total. Um, Medic and Helena, I believe, is the alchemist. Yes. All right, and then we need a mage. And a bard, which I don't think there is an actual bard that has any crafting skills. So I'll go with cowbell because, well, because cowbell. All right. So one warrior, which is myself, one wizard, one rogue, 2 mages. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I'm reading it wrong. One bard, 2 clerics, 2 druids, one mage, one rogue, one warrior, which is myself, and one wizard. So we can add another DPS. There's a lot of rogue gear that drops, so I'll probably go ahead and fill that with another rogue. Let's see. Alright, so I'm not seeing any difference between these 3. I'll go ahead and go with Stabbington. And there we go. We need 10 total people for a raid. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look over everything that we have available to do. One moment. Alright, so what we can do is we can view guild members, see how they're doing. And as you can see, everyone's happy because of the fact that they're in the guild, except for Willow, because they suck. But you can't see what their actual morale is. And most people should be above 80, and that's what we are trying to accomplish. So as long as they don't mess up, Willow will be the one getting the first set of loot. But then that's going to make Tinkerbell feel bad, so Tinkerbell will go down, Willow will go up, and then we'll make sure to keep interchanging between the two so that, of course, they don't do bad. All right. Also, you can kick people from your guild if you feel that they are becoming a nuisance. Like, there was a cleric that I had that kept feeling jealous about Medic because they kept getting the gear because the other cleric was AFKing and messing around and talking during raids. That's you could choose how you want to give out gear, but I go by if you're AFK, then you're not getting the gear. But anyway, you can spend the day chatting with your guild. You can use items, which you can buy items, and then also you can take the night off. But we're gonna go ahead and spend time chatting with the guild and try to get this person feeling a little bit better. But you'll also see that it brings negatives to everyone else because they don't feel like they're getting enough attention paid to them. Also, by doing this, we're taking a day off of their actual, as you see, we're already on day 2, taking a day away from their raid time. So let's go ahead and start raiding. We're going to go ahead and do the evil orc army, and hopefully by increasing the speed, we should be able to get everyone. Yep. By increasing the speed. Oh, what? Okay. What? I don't know what that is. Yeah, we'll go ahead and save, but I don't know what this arrow is. So we'll go ahead and continue. Now this shows what everybody is. So, of course, he is going to be the main tank. Everyone else is DPS except for the healers. And so that's it. Let's go ahead and continue. And we're going to make sure that this is that we have a main tank healer every time, and then the other cleric will also heal the main tank in most cases because no one else should be getting aggro. Though I've seen rogues pull aggro, and that's not good for them because they end up getting killed because they only have 20 health. Alright, so continue on. I think we're all good. Now, later on, whenever the druids get their first weapons, they will be on the front row, which you do that by clicking here. But until then, we want to keep them on the back row. This allows them to be able to heal without getting hurt, and also reduces their aggro. So we'll go ahead and confirm, and we'll go ahead and get started. So he's got an axe to grind, an axe orc. So what you do is you have these abilities that you can do. You can focus DPS if you have multiple mobs. You can hold DPS back around, though it also includes the warrior, which I think is stupid because of the fact that by holding the DPS back, you're wanting to keep them from getting aggro while the tank gets aggro. But anyway, for right now, we're going to go ahead and stick to the plan, and this will allow the main tank to get aggro because they are the first to attack. And as you see there, he's the first one to get hit, and this is how it'll be every round. Now, there are mobs that will actually do damage they'll do damage twice, but we'll see that later on. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Also, make sure to watch the chat, see what it is that each person is doing, and this will allow you to decide later on, again, depending on how you want to play the game, who gets loot and whatnot. If people aren't paying attention, or they're AFKing, or they're singing songs and getting other people distracted from doing what they're supposed to do, then anyway. Also, these little bubbles here that you'll see over their heads, they're timers. So in one turn, they will be able to cast their big damage spell, and in one turn, they'll be able to heal the main tank for their big heal. So we'll go ahead and just continue on. And most of the time, you're going to stick to the plan. Now, there's raids where a person does a 500 damage AoE, and you need to make sure that you push everyone to hug that mob, or everyone's going to die. It's an interesting game. While right now, in the beginning, there isn't very much tactics going on. It's just you have to get through the grind of doing these bosses so that you can get the gear so that your guys can take on the next bosses. One thing that you'll find is that there's always going to be some kind of struggle whenever you're doing the loot, just because there's always someone else who's going to want something. Now, we'll see that soon, but like rogues and warriors can use the same weapons whenever it comes to like axes. Oh, we're about to take him down. Three more. Oh, come on. Well, at least Auger's going to be the one who takes him down. So that's awesome. Alright. And our first raid boss is about to die. What? He only does 1 damage? Well, that wizard took care of that. Alright. So as you see, find orc, axe, money, and then other items. And then what it'll do is it'll give you the ability to choose who gets them. And in this case, the warrior gets this one. Dimly glowing wand. I wish you could see their morale here. But average player and doing fine. Loves loot. Either way, we'll get 2 of these wands. So we're going to give it to this guy because he's the one who does AoEs. We're about to get to where we're fighting more than one mob, and so him doing more damage because he can cast every round is going to help us be able to kill mobs faster. So we'll go ahead and give it to him. It's going to bring his morale down, but we're going to end up giving him one. And then when we do, his morale will not go down because he already has one. Alright, then we also have a Night Shield, which is amazing. These are rare. As far as what I've found, it's taken me like 3 times doing this raid to get my other game where he has this. Also, you'll notice that it goes off gear score. So we'll go ahead and continue to the next raid where we have two mobs. Now, even though we have 2 mobs, it is not going to affect us because we only have 1 tank, because the tank will take all the damage, but we need to make sure that our healers are working at full capacity, because if they get distracted, it's going to get them killed. Also, it tries to put a second main tank in, but we're going to make sure that our mage is not set as a main tank. So this is what we're going to do, and you'll see that both these guys will hit him as long as everyone is set to hit the same guy. You should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Of course, he's the main tank on both of them. And then again, I believe I did Helinda rather, as the main tank healer last time. We're going to switch it up. If not, then the next time we'll have Helinda do it. Just so that we, alright. We're going to make sure that, we're putting everyone having the same work as their main target, because if we don't, then we have people getting themselves killed because they're attacking the wrong guy. So this is going to be how it's going to work out. And then again, everyone is in the right position. Let's go ahead and get started. And you'll see that we have 155 health now, which is definitely going to help us. Plus we have a new weapon, so we're going to be able to contribute to the damage a little bit better. So let's go ahead and stick with the plan and see how it goes. Now, every round, or at the beginning of every round, everyone is going to buff, which you probably saw last time. So they just did 55 damage to him, but he's about to get healed by these 2 for 5 damage, bringing him up, and then these guys are going to be 2 rounds as normal. Should be pretty easy. I don't see that this is going to be a problem. I didn't pay attention last time to what his damage was, making it rain. But hopefully it's a whole lot more than it was before. Yeah, 13 damage. I think his damage before was 5 damage. So yeah, that's a whole lot better. While Frazzle, we want him to do those really big damages, and he will later on. The sooner we can make it rain, do big damage, the better it is for the guild. So after this fight, we're going to actually go ahead and end in the raid, because we need to make sure that they are getting a chance to rest and also get a chance to talk to each other and see how they're doing. Okay, so he is back. He's at 83. These 2 are going to be healing him, plus these 2, so he should be getting back up close to 150 after this next round. not win this one. But I think the heals will get him back. Hopefully. Oh wow, he's gonna be hurting because well, they have one. They're back to one again, so maybe it won't hurt them. Won't hurt him so much. And good, he got a heal potion. Nice. Nice. Now we're gonna all move to this guy. Wow, they're doing much better now that, for some reason. So now they're going to heal again the next round. Maybe it's they choose what out of their spells what they can cast, and maybe they're casting a smaller heal. Dark Assassin complains about someone, so yeah, he had minimal damage compared to what he could have done. Okay, now they're back to their big heals. Alright. And that's, heal argues, okay, this is where I don't mind right now because of the fact that, they have 3 rounds before they have to, heal again. But I've found that sometimes it will keep them from them healing or reducing their turn, so they end up healing later than they actually needed to. Okay, no other chatter it looks like, so that's good. One thing I like about the game is that the way these guys work together as far as giving potions out, and without those potions, some of these people would run out of mana really fast. Also, I didn't notice whenever I first bought the game, and maybe this is something that changed, is that now these guys heal between rounds at the end of the round and at the start of the round. Their mana goes up. Not heals, but mana goes up. So let's go ahead and finish this. Looks like Magic complains about cowbell. Come on, guys. I think he already has one, but we'll go ahead. Stud leather, sword, confirm. Oh, we gotta select him. Yeah, he already has one, so what he'll do has been disenchanted. 84 coins have been added to the guild funds. Alright, now we have studded leather armor for the assassins, or the rogues rather, and we'll go ahead and give it to Dark Assassin, and the next one we'll give to Stabbington. And of course, he's not going to be happy about it, but we will make sure to get him taken care of. Chip's sword, so that's pretty awesome. So go ahead and confirm. And cracked runic staff. Make it rain or frazzle. Make it rain got the last one, so frazzle's the one who's going to get it this time. And you better not be complaining. I'm just saying. So we're not going to go ahead and continue. But anyway, guys, this is... It's a wipe. And you will find that as you play the game, the title really becomes prevalent in some of the bosses. And I have only gotten through a small portion of the game and have been very frustrated at some of the ways that the mechanics for the raid bosses are. Also, the fact that you have to always balance the way that people feel in your guild. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you liked it, and I hope you take the time to get this game. It's only $4.99, I believe, and it's on the Steam Workshop. Of course, I hope you have a great day and have a great weekend. Peace out.